Today's topic: finding out your best friend of 9 years is he likes big fat Indian people and big fat furries, and he's actually a bad guy. That's my story for today. I'm gonna break it down. I told in one of my other videos, I told the story of how I was really autistic and I couldn't make friends. So I made one friend in second grade at school. And all my other friends were like a couple of them at other schools. But this guy was my friend at my school. So if I wanted to hang out with someone and not be completely quiet at school all day, I'd go to this guy. This guy gets another best friend. And me and him secretly hate each other because we're like, oh, fuck. Like, we both want to be this guy's friend because all three of us are retards. So we both like want to have the one friend. And then we meet and then we start kind of bullying the friend that we had in common together, and we unite. And we both stop being friends with him, and we start being friends with each other. Now, this is my story. Now, there were signs that this guy had some issues, but, it's a tricky story. Ooh, Ichiban Kasuga. Ichiban Kasuga. So, the story is, I became his friend around 7th grade. And this dude had a little bit of issues, but everyone's got issues, so I didn't, and I wasn't judgmental as a kid like I am now. Now I'm I'm a little careful now. Well, because of stuff like this, but this guy, he had like a little bit of problems. He'd get angry. He would like say things like we'd be like, I have a crush on this girl. I have a crush on this girl. I think I might be into dudes. And he wouldn't say anything, and we'd be like, "Why don't you say anything?" And he'd be like, "Cause I don't go around telling stuff that I don't want others to know. I don't trust any of you." Be like, okay, this is the kind of guy this guy was. And then he would tell me other stories. So he told me this story one time about how this was the traumatizing moment in 7th grade where he gained consciousness and became a real human being, and this set him straight. He had a dream that he killed his parents, and the guilt from that was so bad that it changed him, and he became a changed man, and that was the story he would tell over and over to everyone he fucking met. I had a dream where I killed my parents. And it set me straight, dude. Oh my God, I feel so bad. Because I'm such a good person. Now, I might sound a little bitter in this video, but I think I got good reason for it, and you'll see. This guy he was the first one in my friend group to get some pussy, and that turned out to be a bad thing. So he got pussy when, let me think. What ended up happening, none of us knew this, but his type was big, fat, juicy girls. None of us knew this because he would lie about it. We'd go around like, what do you like in a woman? Well, big melons, black hair, nice eyes, big butt, like stuff like that. This guy would always have like Indian with big belly. He actually said this to me, that he wanted a girl who was Indian with a big belly, Indian or black. Interesting. Now I don't subscribe to that, but you know what? To each their own. And whatever sinks your boat, bro. So he wouldn't admit this, but he said like one day we were on Discord playing on a Minecraft server in like 10th grade, and I think 10th grade was around the time COVID happened. Yeah, it was when COVID happened. So we were on a Discord server playing Minecraft, and he sent a bunch of gifs of Lizzo dancing, and we were like, oh yeah, like Lizzo's like a big funny fat black girl, like yeah, that's funny, and but this dude was sending them with ulterior motives, something evil in his So he asked me one day when we were on the phone alone, he was like, do you think Izzo's like kind of hot? And I went, no. And he went, oh, me neither. I was like, okay. I never thought about it until years later when we found out the truth. Now, we found out the truth because he dated this girl who was like a notorious fat person, notorious for being fat, but also for some other stuff. And she would straight up fucking beat him. And this was like in 8th grade or something. She'd fucking beat his ass. Or no, I think it was in 9th grade. I don't know. She'd fucking beat the shit out. Wait, no. This was like 10th, 11th grade. 11th grade or some shit. Whatever. This girl would beat the fuck out of him. It was a big fat ginger. And she would beat the fuck out of him, and he would just take it. And we'd see him, and he'd have my friend told me that he saw black, like purple marks on him. And he was like, hey, like this isn't okay. He was like, I know. So this kid was a little bit fucked up. So he after that girl, he broke up with her. And the way he broke up with her was because we were all like young, like 10th grade. I don't know how old you were in 10th grade. I'm guessing probably like 14. Fuck, I might be off. I don't know. I really don't know. So we all told him like, hey, tell your parents like what's going on with the girl, and see what happens. He told his parents. They're like, yeah, we're not letting you see her ever again. Like, she's crazy. Like, she would do all this other crazy shit too. She would like cut herself and do drugs and stuff. He was like just a fucking weirdo. So after this girl, he went on to date this notoriously retarded, like fat, like looks like the hippo from Madagascar type Mexican girl. And I don't know why he went out with her, but well, I do know why now, because he wanted some of that BBW. Is that the term for big juicy women? That's what he wanted, but none of us knew that. None of us knew that because we'd never seen someone actively target bigger targets. It makes sense in theory. More of a chance of if you're trying to park your car and the lines are a little bit further apart, it's gonna be a little bit easier to get in between the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense to me. So anyways, he goes on to this girl, and then he breaks up with her because he's like just bored of her. Then he goes on a cruise ship, fucks another girl, then comes back, and he was the first one of all of us to lose his virginity. And then after that, I don't talk to him for a while. Then he gets this new girlfriend. This is where shit gets fucked. Shit gets fucked. This girl had a bunch of issues, right? She would abuse substances. She was a large Mexican woman. And this is around senior year. Yeah, this is senior year. So he's been with her for a while now. But the thing is, he was saying like, yeah, she like does all these things to me. She's horrible to me. And one of the things that he said she did was that she accused him of she accused him of impregnating her, and then not being there when she had a miscarriage and pushed out like their dead child. What? No, okay, this is in high school, so it was like, okay, she's lying, right? And he told me like, yeah, she's lying, like she's crazy, like she's a fucking psychopath. And then later on, he started to say all these things. He wouldn't wear protection. He'd cream pie every day, 24/7 cream pies. That's the life. This girl was on a lot of drugs. The more pieces we get, the more it's a little bit possible. But I didn't want to see it because he's my friend. So I said that this girl was crazy, and we moved on. And then from yesterday's video where I mentioned one of the fat girls I mentioned, where we went to Bahama Bucks when they had the Sonic the Hedgehog event. Oh my God. We had the Sonic the Hedgehog event, and she got dumped. Those two ended up dating, and I gotta tell a whole story. Actually, fuck it, I'll tell it right now. I will tell it right now. We're getting a long one in today, buddy. So, this is, my girlfriend right now is my first actual, committed relationship. I dick around and stuff, retired womanizer, and, but this was my first actual committed relationship. And so me and my girlfriend would sleep every night together. Sometimes at her parents' place, sometimes at my dad's place, like that. So this girl, I didn't realize she started to secretly hate on her cousin, who's my girlfriend, and just leave little remarks like that she's stupid, that she's something. Now this is what this guy would do to me. But I didn't realize it. So me and my girlfriend were both the friend that has a evil, spiteful friend and doesn't fucking realize it. Because, the reason I was friends with this guy so long is because he was my friend so long. You know what I mean? You keep some people around just because you've had them there so much time. So the thing was that this girl being a piece of shit to my girlfriend gave me an outsider's perspective to my own situation and made me realize, I should probably stop being friends with this guy. So later on in the story, I stopped being friends with this guy because he's a psycho. But him and this girl start dating. And dude, when they started dating, it was competitive 2v2 Fortnite build battle, boxed in we were fucking 2v2ing every day. It was weird. It was fucking weird. It'd be, you said this, you said that. And then my friend, he would what happened was his girl, oh my God, I'll explain the whole context of this later, but his girl had been texted to some guy before him and had sent, you know, like the guy nudes. This guy doesn't know this. This guy doesn't know this. So he's like, hey, I don't like you having like a guy friend. So, you know, ditch him. And the girl didn't fucking want to, so she called me and my cousin crying and being like crazy, like, I don't want to. He's being so controlling. And my girlfriend was like, hey, like, I've asked, you know, me, like to drop a bunch of women friends, and he's done it because he doesn't like, because that when you're in a relationship, you're committed. You're committed. So those people don't matter. Who's gonna be there at the end of the day, you know? So. This girl eventually stops fucking crying and you know, agrees to fucking like. So my friend's texting me like, I don't know what's going on with her. She's being such a bitch, and I'm like, hey, I'm not supposed to tell you this. She's telling us this and this and this and this, but like, you got this, bro. Don't worry about it, because I'm being a good friend, giving him back like behind the scenes info. And this guy goes and tells her like, yeah, he told me everything. So then now I'm like the asshole. And she was like, yeah, and I know what you did. I know that you told him. Why all these fat bitches talk like this? All of them talk like that. Yeah, I know that little stunt you pulled. Like, all these bitches watch fucking, like, Riverdale or some shit. And they think this is how people act. It makes me so fucking mad. It's fucking stupid. I hate these bitches. Oh, man, we're in for a story. So I didn't know this till later, but she was sending this guy nudes, you know? So she was cheating on him, on my friend. And I didn't know this. But, you know, so I would have told him, obviously. But I didn't find this out till I stopped being his friend. I'm like, oh, fuck it. He doesn't deserve to know. But we'll get to that. So, they had all these fights that were fucking, like, one time, me and my girlfriend. Okay, this is me and my girlfriend having, like, a little argument. And the other girl, her cousin was in the back seat. And we were on the 45, and it was my first time driving on the 45 because I'm a newbie driver. And I was really scared. It was the middle of the night, and it was really filled. The 45 is the highway. Sorry, non-Houston heads. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a little... Yeah, so on the highway... My first time driving on a big highway in the middle of the night. So I'm fucking scared out of my mind. And my girlfriend's like, slow down. Do this. And I eventually freaked out. I was like, shut up. Like that. And my girlfriend shuts up. And this girl starts going, don't you ever speak to her that way again, motherfucker. Don't you ever raise your voice at a woman, you fucking monster. And even my girlfriend was like, what the fuck? And it was just a quiet ride home. And then... Like, when she got out of my car, I was like, hey, just so you know, I guess she's my girlfriend's your cousin. You should probably mind your own fucking business next time. Like, this is not your place, dude. Like, hold on. Like, me and my, like, get the fuck out of here. It's not your space. The last thing I need is a big bitch, you know, letting me know this shit. So anyways, oh, and I forgot to mention, after, my friend, dumped, like, broke up with that Mexican girl, with the miscarriage, you know, that one, she, like, I don't know if it was her or one of them leaked that he had like a fat fetish and a fart fetish and a furry fetish and all these and a vor actually I don't remember if it was vor. There was a fart one. There was like a big belly inflation one. It was crazy, dude. The fucking lore drop was insane. The fart one got me the hardest. He used to ask this very overweight obese girl, hey, can I get under the covers and you fart under the covers so I can sniff it? What? That's not normal, dude. There's a lot of things that are like, okay, at least he's not like, you know, into little boys, but like, I draw the line at, like, there's things you don't do, and bathroom stuff, I'm just not seeing it. You know, I'd rather like even like feet isn't that weird in the long run. I wish I had a foot fetish because my girlfriend's got some pretty big feet, honestly. She, you know, that just sounds like a fool with gold doesn't know what to do with it. That sounds like the boat I'm in. But anyways, so where was I? Yeah, they had all these fights. They had all these fucking fights where she'd be like, "Do you watch porn?" He'd be like, "Yeah." She'd be like, "Well, what do you watch on the porn?" He'd be like, "I watch big fat Indian women like." And And she said like, "Oh, I'm skinny, so I'm not fat enough for him," and started crying. This bitch was big as shit. Come on. She wasn't obese, but she was chunky. So she was just wanted an excuse. That's like me. Like, I just want the excuse to, like, I'm too jacked. My dick is too big. Oh no, I fucked up because my dick is too big. That's my burden. That's what this bitch was doing. She's doing the female version of that. So they had all these fights and shit. And then it got to the point where, like, we were just like, okay, like, these people are fucking ridiculous. So we stopped, like, taking them as seriously. And then both of them just started being, like, even more assholes than they were separate. But, like, together, they were even bigger assholes. So, what happened was, let me think. What was the first thing? Man, I don't fucking remember. Fuck. I might have to... Okay, so, for some reason... I forgot what the cousin was like, told my girlfriend like, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. They're cousins. They've been close since they were like 6. And my cousin was like upset. And I'm like, hey, like, this is a person who's like only brings negative shit into your life. Don't be sad. And also, you know what? I've kind of had enough of her boyfriend too. I'm going to drop him. So I stopped texting and calling him. And I just kind of like ghosted him a little bit. And this is my friend who's like, you know, I'm his only friend. He's not my only friend, but I'm his only friend, and I wonder why. So he starts freaking out. He started being like, hey, we need to talk. And be like, I'm busy. I have work. And then like one day, actually this happened like twice or 3 times. He'd be like, I don't give a shit if you have work. I don't give a shit if you're at college. I don't give a shit what the fuck you're doing. I don't care about this and about this. You have to give me, like, we have to talk. We have to talk this out. I'd be like, okay. One day I called him. And I told him, like, hey, you did all these things that I think are fucking shitty. Like, this dude, he was so fucking insecure. He'd be the pettiest motherfucker in the world. One day, we went to this store, and I bought this hoodie. And he helped me pick it out, because I don't know anything about clothes, because I'm not gay. I think about the gym and eating a carnivore diet and drinking a gallon of milk a day. So I don't think about little gay things like clothes. So he picked out the hoodie for me. Then, a few weeks later, he had the same hoodie, but in a different color. I didn't think anything about it. I was like, oh, that's the same hoodie. I don't care, because I'm not a fucking retard. We're wearing the same thing. One of us has to go home. But I took him out to eat one day, because this fucking retard has never had a job in his life. And I have had, like, fucking 4 jobs. So I had a bunch of fucking money. So I'm like, I'll treat you to Torchy's Tacos, because he was having a bad day with, like, his grades or some shit. And, the whole time, he was just pouting. And he's like, dude, everything you do is to copy me, dude. That hoodie you got there? Dude, it's just mine in a different color. I was with you. No, you picked this out for me. Like, this sounds so petty because it is, but it's like, dude, this dude's ruining a whole meal that I paid for, because of this hoodie. And he'd be like, yeah, it's what my parents tell me and my girlfriend that you just want to be me, dude. That you just copy me. What? This dude's fucking delusional, dude. He'd be like, dude, I pierced my ears, then you pierced your ears right after. Okay. Piercing. Everyone has their ears pierced in my fucking, like, town. It's a bunch of little alt Edgars. I live with a bunch of Edgars in my city. So everyone has their ears pierced. And it's not like it was a specific piercing. It was a fucking, like, regular... Dude, this guy's such a dipshit. And, not that it matters, but I got it done with a bunch of lesbians because lesbians know piercings. So it had nothing to do with him. You know? Fuck that guy. Anyways, he'd do all this shit. He would tell... I'd, like, hang out with people, and then they'd be weird around me, and I'd be like, why is that? And then I found out later that he was telling them, like, yeah, this guy's like a weirdo. About me! His only friend. Like, he was putting me under the bus to make himself look better to these people. And I'm his only friend. He lost all his other friends. I can't state that enough. This is a sinking ship, and I stayed on it because I felt bad. Don't fall for this. If one of your friends is a motherfucker, he deserves to live the motherfucker life. To be alone. To be sad. Fuck them, you know? That's some bullshit. I hope I got 2nd place. Oh, no, I think I got 3rd place. Did I get 3rd place? So, here's the thing. So... Let me see where. Let me think about where I'm at. They were having more and more fights all the time. They were just like, and there would be times, dude. It's like fucking. I watched Better Call Saul, and it fucking spoke to me. Now this sounds silly, but Jimmy, the way Chuck his brother Chuck hates him because he's like funny, even though this guy has like so much going for him. The other one's like funny, so he hates. Dude, one time we were in a group, we filmed this movie for theater, like a little AV movie, and we were with the cast, which was a bunch of women and then like one guy besides us, besides the two of us. We were all watching like the Twilight movie where the girl gives birth to like a fucking like werewolf or no, a vampire. It's a vampire. We were watching that, and I made a joke. We were talking about. I don't even remember what I was like. I said something like, "Yeah, you know how you don't let like a girl see your cock while it's soft and really small until you know you really know you can trust her." And then the room went silent. All the girls burst out laughing. He wanted to fuck both of the girls in that room, both of them. Because one of them, he was convinced. He was like, I've known her since we're 6. We have a love story together. Like, we're going to end up together. Then the other one, he just had a crush on her. And then, dude, this dude would fall in love with every girl. He was the most fucking sad, pathetic little fucking... And he's 5'6", too! He's a little worm I can crush underneath my little boot. Mario Sonic Gamer. That guy's awesome, dude. So, you know, and then he would like there was one day we were like he would call me afterwards and be like, hey, like this is my like movie thing I'm in, because he was the director. He's like, you keep stealing the spotlight. I was like, what? Like, I'm just talking to my fellow cast members. I was one of the main actors, and I was just like making nice while he sets up cameras. He called me. He's like, he's disrupting the fucking thing. Like, dude, stop talking. This dude was so fucking like, he's such a piece of shit. And I'm watching Better Call Saul, and it just I see him in Chuck, because he's the balding fat one who's lonely and lives in his little fucking cave without anyone. So let's skip a little bit forward. You know, the girl tells my girlfriend, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. My girlfriend's sad. But then I stopped talking to the guy. He starts texting me every day, like, you have to talk to me. I end up calling him, and I bring up all these stories. I brought up the ones I just told you, but that's nothing. I was friends with this dude like 8 years. The amount of stories I have of him like being fucking like almost like abusive as a friend, yeah, it's crazy. And you know, I'd have to go over it some other time because it'd be like fucking 45 minutes of just that shit. But you know, so after we call, he's like, so are you gonna talk to me now? Like, did we sort it all out? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I don't think so, dude. I don't think I want you in my life. I don't think you're a good guy. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, you know what this dude does? So we stopped talking to him, and I stopped talking to him completely. And then a while later, like, I found out something he did. So one time, I took out a bunch of my friends as, like, my dad gave me, like, a reward for getting really good grades at the end of high school. So I was like, oh, like, what if I pay for, like, we all plan this trip together, and I'll help pay for the fucking Airbnb. So we went to the Airbnb and everything. And, oh, fuck. There was this dog there. Now, I had this dog. This is such a fucking long story. I can't tell this. But dogs dying is like a fucking something that makes me very upset. Now, it makes everyone upset, but it makes me a little bit extra. I'm a little special. So it makes me a little bit extra upset. We saw a dog on this trip on the side of the road, like in the middle of nowhere. And I was going to help it, but it had this really fucked up infection. We were looking into it. He would have fucked up all our shit if I brought him along. He had like fleas and ticks and all this shit. And he was like, hey, you can't take... So I called animal control, and it just did not seem like they were going to show up. So I fucking we were in the middle of nowhere, so the closest animal control was so far. This dude, it was his car, and he refused to get the dog in his car. We ended up leaving him. We ended up leaving the dog, and I fucking cried for hours. I know, little bitch, I know. But I cried for hours. I found out later that this dude was, like, telling everyone, like, shit about me, like, yeah, this guy who's, like, a fucking pussy, and he'll cry over a dog. First of all, you're trying to put me under the bus to, like, seem cool to people? What the fuck is lame about, like, crying over a sweet little animal dying a horrific death? Is that so... What? So, I don't know. I found that out, and that really made me mad. I was like, dude, see, this is why, like, I keep finding shit out about you that, like, multiple people back up, and there's so many of them. I can't just believe you every time, dude. Like, dude, this is why I'm not friends with you, and I'm also your only friend. So this is why you have no friends, dude. I'm not telling you this to be an asshole or hurt you. I'm telling you, you have to be a better person. I can't deal with this anymore. And you're not going to find people if you're such a fucking negative piece of shit, dude. I told him that. And he goes, hey, like, dude, like, yeah, I'm the piece of shit. You're the piece of shit. And he just keeps bringing stuff up. This sounds like fucking like, oh my god, there's so many stories here I would have to tell for this to make sense. But he just starts telling me I'm a piece of shit for a bunch of stuff. And afterwards, I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. I'm gonna block. Like, I don't say I'm gonna block you, but I'm like, I hope you know your girl's cheating on you. Because I found this out around this time. My girlfriend was like, hey, I didn't want to tell you because you're his friend. And I felt bad, like, betraying my friend. But, yeah, she was, like, sending nudes to that guy. Like, yeah. So I tell him, like, yeah, just so you know, like, you're getting cheated on, dude. Whatever. I'm not going to tell you any details. That's up to you to figure out. And then I blocked him before he could say anything. And that was it. Next day, this shit is crazy. I was at work, right? My girlfriend and I work at the same place, but my girlfriend had just left, and I had a closing shift. This big fat bitch walks in. This big fat, I gotta paint the scene. Obese with gray hair with like the ends are painted because she doesn't keep up the paint. So like it grows out and she has two colored hair and it looks disgusting. She's obese, rotten toothed, like disgusting old decrepit woman comes in. She goes, where's the girl? Like, where's my girlfriend? Like, she's saying her name. Like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? And I go up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? It's you. Like, I know you. This girl was my girlfriend's mom's best friend. Now, I got some problems with my girlfriend's mom. Some pretty fucking big ones. But we'll get to that later. Or we'll get to that in another video probably. Because that's a serious topic. But, she comes and she looks at me and she goes, "You stay the fuck away from her!" Like that at a restaurant in front of all my, like, I'm a server, so in front of all my customers, in front of everyone, and I'm like, I'm tweaking. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? So then I fucking text my girlfriend. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what's going on? She's like, she just got home. She goes, wait, my parents are on the front lawn. And they're like, and they're yelling at her, get in the house, get in the house, get in the house. And she's like freaked out. She's like, I promise I'll call you back in a second. My heart's pounding on my chest. She fucking goes in there. And then I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And she's, so the cousin, because I told the guy that she cheated, she called my girlfriend's parents and said that I abuse her. Yeah. So in response, my girlfriend's mom, the best friend, she showed up to the restaurant trying to get my girlfriend, which, like, what a decrepit fucking sight. We'll get to that. So this day that I'm about to describe is one of the worst days of, at least in the last 5 years. This is the worst day of my life in the last 5 years. Like, apart from, like, deaths when I was a little bit younger, in the last, like, 4 years, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. Like, I don't know what's going on. And they start saying all these things, and I hear them on the phone because my girlfriend's on the phone. I hear them in the background being like, you're never allowed to see him again. So I get in my car, and I'm like, sorry, I gotta go. I say that to, like, my boss, and I run out. I start driving to her house. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? Like, my girlfriend's had problems with her mom where her mom's, like, hit her and shit. Like, she's a fucking piece of shit. I have all these problems with her. Dude, she's probably, like, I don't know if my girlfriend's okay, so I rush over. I fucking rush over. I drive like a maniac. I probably could have fucking died and crashed my car. I get there, my heart's pounding, and my girlfriend's like, hey, like, can't talk, but I got this covered. I promise everything's gonna be okay. I got this. Just give me a second. So I trust her, and I just stay out, and I'm like, so I call my friend, and I'm like hyperventilating about what, like, and I'm explaining, she's like, you're gonna be okay, like, calm down, everything's fine. And then I go in eventually after hours of, no, before I went in, I got a call on my phone, because I kept trying to call my girlfriend, I kept trying to call her parents, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I get a call on my phone from my girlfriend's mom. I pick up. It's not my girlfriend's mom. It's her friend who came into the restaurant. She says, you are not welcome in this house. She said that, and I remember that shit perfectly. And I lost it. This is one of those moments where you're like, I wish I could go back and see something worse. I said it in this moment. I told her, like, you're a fucking fat, inbred, disgusting, obese person. Your husband looks like a fucking freak. Like, go kill yourself. You're a fucking cancer. People like you that fucking, like, live off of just, like, disability, you're a fucking disgusting bitch. Kill yourself. I went crazy like that. I was fucking just yelling like a psycho. So then, after that, dude, I go in, and then her mom is just chilling outside, like, as if nothing, and her dad's like, hey, are you okay? And I like shoved him off of me. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, well, we heard that you were abusing our daughter. I'm like, yeah, you would believe something like that, you fucking idiot? Like, you haven't seen how, like, I've been with her for a fucking, like, a year and a half, and I would never do that shit. The amount of times you've met me, you're an idiot if you thought that shit was real. You're a fucking idiot. I yelled at her dad like that, and the mom's outside calling her, the uncle, which is the dad of the dad abandoned the cousin. This is such a complicated fucking story. The dad abandoned the cousin, and the cousin is adopted now. Sorry, the dad adopted her and then abandoned her because she was abandoned before. There we go. I said it right. There we go, motherfucker. So she had a dad who abandoned her, got adopted, new dad abandoned her. She's double fatherless, and it explains everything. It explains everything. I hate her. So then, we fucking I go home and I'm tweaking the fuck out. My dad's a lawyer, right? So, and I think about it. Both these people who I hate now. I mean, I can't do anything to my girlfriend's mom just yet, but I hate her friend for doing that shit in public, and I hate the cousin. So I'm like, oh, well, there's got to be something I can do. My dad's a lawyer. These people are fucking white trash, disgusting, like, fat people with broken teeth. They'll fall for anything. So what I ended up doing was I heard this story about my friend after I stopped being friends with him, the guy friend. The girl basically, like, had like a emergency, and he had to drive her, like one of these girls that he was with, and he would keep being like, well, you need to pay me back for gas, you need to pay me. This is a guy who doesn't have a job. It's his parents' money anyway. Be like, well, you better fucking pay me. He would make girls pay for their own plan Bs. Like, dude, the guy should buy that. So I knew he was a fucking piece of shit with money. So I made a fake fucking, like, cease and desist letter. But, like, I had my dad help me out to make it, because a cease and desist is not that serious. So we were like, hey, like, we will take you to court if you don't give us $5,000. We sent it to both these people. And now the plan is not to get $5,000. These fucking retards. The cousin lives in a trailer park in some shit-ass town, like the worst town in my area. So, like, an hour away from my area. So I knew none of these fucking bitches had $5,000. But we demanded $5,000, and all went according to plan. She went and told my friend, who's her boyfriend, and then they fucking broke up right after. Because she probably panicked so much, she was like, I need help paying this or something. And then she would have had to tell him what she did, like, and because it was all because of the cheating thing, So then they broke up. And then what she does is she got fatter, and she posts videos on TikTok of her lip syncing to black people rapping. This is the whitest person in the world. So yeah, and now the guy, by the way, now he changed to a fucking man, what's that shit called? That fucking stupid webcomic that's like a bajillion things long. He changed his profile picture to that, so I think he's going crazy. He had all these plans for, like, I'm gonna be the best movie guy at my college. So you'd make all these like movies. He kept making fun of people who make a bunch of movies in high school, go to college, and then don't make any. This dude hasn't made a single one. Successfully derailed his life. Worst piece of shit, disgusting. Like, I fucking hate this guy. But oh yeah, one last thing. My girlfriend happened to run into his ex with the miscarriage, and yeah, this bitch pulled up receipts that the miscarriage was real. So I talked to her, and I was like, dude, I thought you were crazy. I'm so sorry. Like, he told me this whole time that you were crazy and everything. Yeah, so that's the end of the story. Bit of a long thing today. I lost my best friend in that, but the moral of the story is, if you have one of these friends who, like, you're just like, it's way more negative than good, but the thing is that you've known them for so long, so you want to give them another chance. They're like a brother to you. Just fucking get rid of them, bro. Like, they're gonna fucking ruin your life. Like, they're fucking, like, just a fucking, like, cancer that spreads. Anyway, yeah, that's the end. All right, see ya. Different topic next time. Probably. I've written down Netanyahu, Indian people, and that's my list of video ideas. So I don't know. I gotta think of some more stories. But all right, that's it.